How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of Perennial Artisan Ales up in this piece in the form of their Owen. This is a Brett Series Belgian style ale with Brettanomyces. Yeah, 4.7% as far as what they say on the label here. It says Owen is it's a table strength saison hopped with Mosaic and bottle conditioned with the Brettanomyces C. Yeah, this is part of my Shelf Turd Saturday series. And by that I mean I found this on the shelf because it was turding up. As you can see there, it's from 2017, which is actually, early 2017, which for all intents and purposes, this is a Corey King beer, I believe. A side project beer. For those that don't know, side project, Corey worked at Perennial for forever, and that's where he pretty much got to name him for side project, was doing those side project beers while he's working at Perennial. They opened their tap room in the mid to late 2016, so you're talking about this beer, probably one of his last, I would assume. I could be wrong. But yeah, we're going to dive into it and see what's what. Yeah, pick this up off the shelf. 15 American dollars. It's gushing out of there. Look at that. It's a 4-year-old plus Brett table beer. It's gonna gush a little. That's not like sour infected gushing. That's just normal, beautiful gushing. Oh, dirty glass mafia on this glass here. So we'll see what's what. Label is absolutely beautiful. Oh, the other part of this is, I believe, Corey's kid's name is Owen, so it has something to do with his hand is at this. Label-wise, fantastic. I mean, Perennial's labels have always been great, but something about that is very much what you see in a lot of labels today, especially in like your kind of like hazy IPA can, kind of geometric pattern kind of thing. But you're talking about 2017? I don't know. Seems a little ahead of its time, let's put it that way. Or maybe I'm just old and I don't remember stuff correctly. Beer-wise, besides my glass being effing dirty, I mean, that looks all the part of what you want a low ABV kind of table beer to look like. The soft little haze, beautiful carbonation, index finger of an infinitely creamy head. If I wanted to do the kind of slow pour thing, I could get the foam on this out to about here. Because you're not going to be able to see it, but it kind of has that kind of going on for it already. So, hey, poured a little out for my homies. So yeah, it looks the part. Let's see if I can get a nose. Ooh, okay. So listen. That smells so good. Because it's the Brett C, man. It's probably a combination of the dry hopping to Brett C, sure. You're talking about 4 years later. It's not like the hopping on this is going to be overtly aggressive or super bright, but can help prop up that Brett portion of the show. And when they talk about this being a Brett beer, fine and dandy, great. Table beer with Brett, you have me sold. I'll drink it already. You throw in the Brett C. It's my favorite strain of Brett. And because it gives me a lot of different variances when it comes to citrus. And this is giving me so much bright lemon that it is so pretty and so beautiful. It has to be that Brett at work. Like I said, the hops are probably still doing some kind of elevation or propping up on that. But it's got this nice sweetness without being overly sweet, appropriate for its ABV level. And then it has this kind of just punchy and vibrant kind of lemon characteristic that is out of this world, at least on the nose, is fantastic. There's a slight little, maybe, it's not pepper, it's not white pepper, it's not coriander, but it's a light kind of spiciness to it, but a very, very gentle. I might be leaning more into like a lime with banana, lime with a bubblegummy thing on this too, that kind of Belgian thing kind of coming through, which is fun. A lot going on for a little beer. Oh, that nose is so pretty. It's almost like a cough drop. I don't mean to call it medicinal or reverse on that. I don't mean to associate it with something that would be medicinal. It's not like that. But the way the lemon is coming off on this, it's almost like nasal, refreshing kind of thing going on. Oh, man. I got to dive in. Cheers. I'll drink this all fucking day. I'm going to drink this bottle in 8 minutes. That is so good. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. It's that good. Good God. That's delicious. Man, it has this really nice kind of... It's almost candy-esque. And I don't want to... You want to keep the idea of this beer being some 5% in your brain. And it is in no way, shape, or form is this beer so sweet. There's a sweetness to it. It's kind of sweet beer. It's not sweet, but it has this level of sweetness, this kind of sweetness that is just pretty. Because there is a little bit of a subtle funk to it. It's very, very gentle, more akin to just a base saison kind of table beer kind of funk. But it's super, super light. That almost acts as like the counterbalance of what you typically get from, a more aggressive hopping. You can tell there are hops here. You can tell there are hops a little bit more aggressive. It's more of a tannic, little bittering thing in the background. But when you combine it with, that sweetness, and you have it balancing off with everything else in the beer. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's a very unique, interesting beer. I'm not even talking about that lemon. It's lemon. It's not lemon lime. I was going to say lemon lime. Lemon thing that's coming off with this Brett C. It's bonkers. It's like so vibrant, but not overpowering. That's the trick this beer is pulling off. Actually, that's what it's pulling off here, because it's being super electric and super vibrant, but it's never getting over the top. It's never overpowering any other portions of the beer itself. You know, it's fluffy, it's creamy, it's almost champagne-like as far as how it drinks, but it's not over-carbonated. That lemon lime is boisterous, or lemon, I keep saying lemon lime, why? Lemon is boisterous, but it's not over the top or acidic or tart or anything like that, so it's big but not overpowering. Carbonation is fluffy and creamy and like I said, champagne-like but not overpowering. That spiciness thing, a little bit hopping, again, it's going to be a much different beer fresh with the hopping on it, but I can't see this beer being a better beer fresh. Can I see it becoming a better beer? I don't know. I mean, this is kind of one of those things where I think this might be like peak status for this beer. There might even be like the ever so slightest bit of skunking on this too, from those hops. If I think about it, there's a little dash of a skunky, weedy thing. It's very, very light, but I think that even adds like an elevation and like a little bit of fun to this beer. It kind of brings those hops back. Like what those hops lost in any green portion of the show, bring back just a touch, just a bare minimum touch of skunking on this. Can actually just bring that hop back and bring a little green to it. This is absolutely fantastic beer. I'm going to drink this so fast, it's not going to be funny. I don't even know how many bottles of this place had. Like I know they at least have like 3 or 4 more of these on the shelf. I'm going to have to go back and buy them all. Good God. This is delicious. $14.99. You know, from a distance. If this was hyper fresh, I might have bought it still. I mean, it's not bad. You know, $15 for a Brett table beer from a really, not just, you know, brewery that crushes those kind of styles, but a particular brewery at a time that, you know, crushes those styles exponentially, just awesomer. I shouldn't say that because there is what it is. We're scratch that. Just as good. Let's put it that way. And I don't have a problem paying $15 for $7.50 this. No problem whatsoever. And I should go back and buy them all. I'm going to go back and buy them all. Yeah, I love this. I think it's fantastic. It's I don't even know what else to say. It's a lemon lime, delicious Brett C bomb. Beautiful level of sweetness. A really aggressive, gentle beer. It's an oxymoron of a beer. It's aggressive yet gentle, big but small. That kind of thing going on. Carbonation is probably a little bit too high, but it's perfect for what the beer is. You know, everything. I just repeat myself over and over how good it is, and it drinks so well. It's almost, when I talk about that pH balance where things are neutral and it like belongs inside of you, that creepy thing I do. Yeah, that's this beer. Is this one of the better table beers I've had as late? Yes. Without a doubt, Mount Rushmore status, yes. Is it one of the better aged beers I've had as late? Same thing, Mount Rushmore says. I think this is great. You're talking about 4 years on a beer like this, and it's singing beautifully like this. Absolutely one of the best representations of Brett C I've ever had in a beer. Value to availability, like I said, it's a 4-year-old beer, so it's a crapshoot for you, but I know where to find some at $14 or $15 pop. No problem. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like Brett C and you like the way it can develop and age over time into something beautiful, because not all Brett C is going to do this, but it's doing it here. So if you like perennial table beers, you like really well done table beers, you like side project table beers, you'll like this beer. There you go. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, down there if you want to talk about it, please let me know if you've had that this fresh, different variations, different years. I don't know if this is a rotational. I don't know if they nixed this after Corey left. I don't know. But let me know if you've had this in this particular vintage relatively soon. That would be, or relatively recently, I should say. That would be really cool to know. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif, if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Owen right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.